A high school student takes on cyber fraud protection for older adults. Welcome back to Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. We have someone we'd like you to meet. Tejasvi Manoj is a 16-year-old high school student in Frisco, Texas. Hi, Tejasvi.
Hello.
A pleasure to meet you. Let's start at the beginning here. What motivated you to get involved with cybersecurity? I think this started in May of last year.
Yes, so actually, my interest in cybersecurity started a bit before that. I was taking part in a competition called Cyber Patriot, which we deal with cybersecurity, which is a competition where we deal with cybersecurity and we figure out how to secure a computer or any virtual machine in the best way. But however, in May, that did really start my interest in cybersecurity for seniors. I was in the car when I got a call from my aunt that my grandfather had almost gotten hacked. He had almost fallen victim to a common cyber scam where a person texted him pretending to be my uncle, but it turned out that it was actually a scammer asking for personal information. Luckily, he was able to figure out that it was a person who was trying to attack him. However, if he hadn't, he would have lost a lot of money and a lot of personal information. And that call really got me interested in how he didn't know that and how cybersecurity looked like for seniors. So I did a lot more research involving that. And in the end, and though I realized that there were a lot of seminars that were helping with cybersecurity for seniors, there wasn't really a real-time assistance for them. So that's why I decided to create Shield Seniors, which hopefully would help with that.
And the idea is to use AI in some fashion. Here, describe that for us. And then you're going to give us a bit of a demo.
Yes, of course. So Shield Seniors is four components, four main components. So the first one is our Learn component, in which we just give some of what we think is the basic cybersecurity knowledge. So about passwords, about scams, about learning how to recognize them. Our second component is our Ask component, which is an AI chatbot that uses Gemini Gammas. So the idea of that is you type in whatever question you have about cybersecurity, and it will give you a response in the most simplest terms that are understandable for seniors, which is also another really big portion. So rather than giving one of those long AI generated 3 paragraph responses, it will actually give you a very short two, 2 to 3 line response on your question. That's also very informative. The third part of Shield Seniors is our Analyze section, which basically allows you to insert any image or insert any text message, image of a text message or an email that you've gotten, and it will tell you if it is fraudulent or not. So it will tell you if this is something that you can respond to, it'll tell you if this is, hey, don't don't respond to it, don't even look at it anymore, as well as it'll give you steps at the end on how to learn how to recognize scam messages in the future. And then our last section is a report section where we have given a list of all of the places where you can report your cyber crimes to based on what type of cyber crime it is as well. 65% of the time, we don't even know if this is something that we can actually um, look at because it goes unreported often, which is why we've created the report section in order to urge senior citizens to actually report their crimes.
Very often there can be embarrassment if people are scammed. They don't want to necessarily tell other people about it. They'll just let it go and live with it, which is a shame, right?
Yeah, so that's why we've created Shield Seniors because we want senior citizens to be digitally independent. We don't want them to be dependent on anyone but themselves, which is the goal of Shield Seniors.
Terrific. Well, why don't you show us a bit about how this can work?
Okay, so this is the introduction page where we just give some basic information on Shield Seniors. And here's our navigation bar. So we've got many sections involved here. So as I mentioned before, the first section is the Learn section, and we've just got some basic um, information on cybersecurity as well as some external resources in case anyone's interested in learning more. Then our next sections are ask section where we can ask any question and it will give you a short response. So for example, if I ask what is cyberbullying, and it gives you a response. Gives you a response pretty quickly in two short lines, which gives you the basic gist. Because we don't want senior citizens to be having to like look through all the paragraphs for the important information. It just gives it to you in 2 lines or less. Our next section is the analyze section. So the idea is I can insert a message. So for example, this is the message I can insert, and this looks pretty trustworthy in general, right? I mean, it's a Wells Fargo alert. Your card has been deactivated. You need to contact this, but let's just see if it's fraudulent or not. So we click on please identify whether this is a threat, and it gives you response. So the assessment is that this request does seem suspicious. It's 95% there's a chance that it's fraudulent. And then it gives you the information about why this message could be considered fraudulent. Um, because it's us saying it's a common scam tactic and that banks and institutions never sent messages like this. And then at the end, it gives you why this is important, why this is something that you need to learn about in the future. So our next section is our report section, which gives you a bunch of resources where you can report cybersecurity fraud. Simply, you look at what type of fraud that you face, which it will tell you in the analyze section. And then you just click here and you can go and report your fraud. The next few two sections are just the help section with some basic frequently asked questions, and then the feedback section where we provide a feedback loop in which you can have any feedback about the website or the information given, and we'll respond shortly after that. So that's Shield Seniors.
Now, tell us where things stand as far as being able to put this out there for older people and others to make use of.
So currently, I've just been testing it mostly. We're still definitely in our tester stages. I've had my grandparents actually have been using the app. I've asked them to test it and they like it. I also had a few other senior citizens in our community test it as well. But right now, we're just working on just improving the app. So like if we get it out, we want it to get out in the best possible stage that we can. So for that, we'll definitely need more testers. But we do want to get it out as soon.
And is your goal also to create a mobile app with this?
Yes, so there's definitely, we do want to create a mobile app. And one of our ideas is to create it kind of like, on WhatsApp, when you share a message, there are a bunch of apps where you can share the message too, right? So we want to put Shield Seniors as one of the apps. That way you can forward messages or share the messages as quickly as you can and check if that's a scam or not. So that's definitely our goal because obviously most of our contact goes in through messages or emails on the phone directly. So that's definitely a goal that we have.
And tell us a little bit more about you, because from what I see online, this isn't the only thing you do. You're a pretty active student.
Yeah, so I'm 16. I go to Lebanon Trail High School. I'm actually currently in a cybersecurity class in my school, which is pretty cool. I really do like to code. I code in Java and Python. I actually put the Shield Seniors, I put it in the Congressional App Challenge in my county, and I got an honorable mention for that, which is something I was pretty proud of. I play the violin. Involved in my school orchestra. I'm also a Boy Scout. I'm currently working towards Eagle Scouts. So that's just a little bit about me.
That's just wonderful. And I understand there's some volunteer work that you get involved with as well, from what I can see.
Yeah. So currently I volunteer for this organization called VIBA, where we work towards raising money towards giving education and building schools specifically for children in India. So I do a lot of their drives. I tutor there as well. So
Just terrific. So tell us more about your ambitions after high school.
after high school, I probably will go to college. I hope to major in either cybersecurity or computer science or machine learning. I haven't necessarily decided which one yet, but we'll see. And I hope I can continue Shield Seniors, obviously, after high school. Hopefully, it can become something that becomes a really big part of it. Obviously, is a big part of my life, but hopefully, it becomes something that's an even bigger part of my life in the future as well. So,
Well, congratulations on what you are doing there. We look forward to seeing this out there, really helping a lot of people. Tejasvi Manoj, thank you so much for spending time with us.
thank you so much for having me. I really appreciated our conversation.